Wedge. Som kami lang digo. Kami waning biyonjo ya. Medyo. Sa gawas kaya di ba ko mo ini gusto ben gawas. Kaya ni mitiyo. Amen. Good morning everybody. Truly happy to be here witnessing and celebrating the occasion of the announcement that's been made today. What started out last week, when I first got an invitation to be here, was a pilot project that was going to last 6 months with $200,000. As it turned out, over the last week, there's been efforts put in place by many people, and I want to lift up the provincial government for coming up with the resources to make the Bear Clan operational full time. I know we need their expertise in dealing with the issues that we have in Kenora with respect to homelessness. They have a lot of experience doing that. As Chief Cogan has alluded to, they were here to work alongside of our people during the time this young lady went missing. And I say Jimmy Wedge to their efforts at that time, Wedge, Mr. McIver. Also, I want to, when I say it's about time we had our own people be able to patrol the streets of Kenora again. They know how to address, these people, our people, are very vulnerable people who have to choose to be on the street. Maybe that's a poor choice of words when I say choice. Some of them may have medical issues, mental health. This is a very serious matter. And also this pandemic, COVID-19, has exacerbated the problem. We now see an increase of homeless people on the street because of their mental health. Issues around mental health has increased. Addictions has increased. Also, because a lot of our people rely on seasonal employment during the summer. There's very little tourism happening in our area because of the border closures. So a lot of them have no employment, so they choose to be out here. And that's why. And I took exception to the bylaw that was being considered in the last couple of weeks, because that was not a tool to deal with homelessness. When I talk about our people, the Bear Clan being able to converse with these people, that's a good start. But I don't believe one party is going to solve homelessness. It's going to require us talking to one another, us talking together. We have a town council that need to sit down with us. We have governments, both levels of governments, Ontario and the federal government. We need to be at those tables and talk about solutions. We have other examples across Canada where they've dealt with homelessness successfully. Most recently in the papers there was a Medicine Hat, how they deal with homelessness, and they say that there is no such issue at this point in time. We need to look at these kind of things. I also want to point out that we have a place called here Ogichidaa Park. It's called Ogichidaa Park for a reason. That used to be a place where our people landed and stayed while they were in town conducting their business, to pick up supplies to take back home to their home own communities, feed their families. There was a building there. I didn't get to see it, but a lot of my people I grew up with, my generation, stayed there. Their families came to town. It was called the Indian House. But for whatever reason, INAC, federal government, thought it a good idea to sell that property to the town of Kenora. And in speaking with our elders in the territory, they attribute that to, and that's where homelessness started, because they had no place to stay. Whereas before they used to move back to Ogichidaa Park and they'd all get together, enjoy their company. They'd have campfires to cook communal meals together. That was a place to gather. And that's the other thing I want to point out. What's missing in Kenora is maybe what we'd call green space. There needs to be a place identified in the surrounding area where people can safely get together, and not have people complain about them and this and that. There needs to be that space. Also, the other thing that needs to happen as well is we have a lot of commitments made by governments. Like say the Community Justice Center is becoming a reality. We're having a meeting next week to start talking about the next steps. I know they've identified a place where they're going to operate from. But for me, what's lacking is infrastructure to build a proper place, and also with the infrastructure, you also need a plot of land somewhere that needs to be identified. And I want to close by saying that COVID has exasperated what's happening today. Most of all, we need to come together. We need to look at one another as partners. We all come from backgrounds where we can contribute to whatever solutions we need to make this situation better, maybe even eradicate it. I had a brother who was 3 years older than me. He went to residential school, him and 4 other siblings. But it stopped at me. I didn't go to residential school. My 5 siblings were like 2 different families. They all had issues with alcohol. They all died early because of their problems with alcohol. One of them is still alive. But she's like, she likes to be alone. She doesn't associate with others. But she's okay. But my brother, he always worked. He always had a good job. But every now and then he'd fall off the wagon. And where did he come? He came here. I used to ask him why. He said he used to enjoy the company. I feel like I have family there, even though he has family over there. I have somebody to talk to about who I am, about my issues and this and that. And as well, it's a community. It's a community. Also, it's a cultural thing. This is what they like doing. Some of them are here because they want to be here. So we gotta look at all angles. So with that, Jimmy Witch, for allowing me to say a few words.